Hello everyone, so it's the end of the month, so it's time for me to finish reconciling all my expenses. As you can see, I have 15 transactions. So what I do is that every time I make a purchase or make a payment, I just go ahead and add it to this part right here. And then I will go ahead and add it or drag it over to the section that I'm budgeting. But as you can see, I already have a list, and this is the free version, so you don't actually have to pay for it to be able to list all of your categories and then drag it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So I went to Target, $12.54. I believe that was household expenses, but as you can see, I'm already going to go over by $6.31. Bath and Body Works, that's actually, I'm going to consider that miscellaneous. It wasn't something that I had planned to purchase, but I went ahead and did so. Now knits. As I mentioned in the other video, I make the minimum, a little bit more than the minimum payment for the first part of the month, and then I do the second part, 600, once I get my second paycheck, which will be around the 15th, depending on what weekday it is. And then I will make a third payment once I reconcile my debt, and then I figure out exactly how much money is left over. Income. So that goes here. Okay, Chinese, that goes under restaurants. It's considered, that was some fast food. Okay, so I sold some items on eBay and I actually got paid for it. So it's $56.78. And the reason why I knew how much it was going to be is because it actually tells you ahead of time before you actually get paid. Alright, so I forgot to add a category last time, but I'm going to go ahead and do so. Like I mentioned before, I don't use cash when I make my purchases. I try to use my Citibank card because I get 2% cash back on everything, not just on gas or groceries. So that's why I like to use my credit card. I never carry a balance, so it's always a $0 balance by the end of the month. So basically, if I'm going to charge $50 to it, I have to make sure I have $50 in the bank account so that I pay it off. So I'm basically making money by using my credit card without ever paying interest, because I hate paying interest. So I'm going to go ahead and add a category here. So City Rewards. And that way I know that I have to be expecting that amount either every month or every other month, depending on how much I charge. Because sometimes I also charge items for my family, but they pay me in cash, so which is fine with me because I still get the 2% cash back. Alright, so for this month I got $27.65, so I'm going to go ahead and add that there. And in order for them to be the same, you have to make sure that both of these columns are the same amount. So it's $27.65. So now they're balanced. So that's basically telling me that that's the difference in terms of my budget. Alright, so let's go back to my transactions. So 76, so here in California, we basically have the major gas stations. We don't really have, the little mom and pops. So I usually like to put gas at 76 since it's the closest one and more convenient. I go for convenience, truthfully, because it just takes too long to be waiting. So that goes there. And I have $5.06. So it's usually around, I fill it up twice a month, and it's usually around $50 every time I fill up. I know it sounds like a lot, but gas is really, really expensive. So I do have to put premium gas, so I don't have an option in terms of putting the basic one. Alright, so cell phone was paid off. And then this was the amount that I had submitted the previous month, but I don't know why I put it in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete it since this is for this current month. Okay, so I went out one night, so that I'm going to go and put it in the restaurant since, that's basically what I love to do, going out to restaurants, eating, go to bars and things like that. Aldi, so that's groceries, so I'm going to go ahead and drag that there. Car wash, and that is going to go, I'm going to put it under miscellaneous. Aldi, that is another grocery haul. And then I love sushi, so that goes under restaurants as well. And I have no plans on spending any money today. So I believe this is going to be the final one. So I'm going to go ahead and fix all the amounts so that it balances itself. As you can see, there's a $27.65 because of the amount that I got from my city rewards. So depending on how much money is different between that amount and the rest of my payments, that's going to be the extra amount of money that I'm going to send to my loan. All right. So household expenses, I went over. So it's actually going to be $56.31, which is not that bad actually. For gas, the total is $94.84. For groceries, pretty close to my, so it just depends. I mean, if I feel like making anything, you know, out of the ordinary, then obviously that's gonna be higher. This case, I didn't spend that much. I didn't feel like going out most nights. Miscellaneous, I have $23.44 left. So this is going to be $26.56. And I think that's it. So as you can see, it's actually a difference of $132.11. So what I'm going to do is right after I finish filming this video, I'm going to go ahead and send an extra payment of $132.11 to my NowNet. So this is going to be a total of $1,181.60. Did I forget a one? Yes, I did. Alright, so it looks like that's done. So I hope it helps you guys try to, you know, keep track of your expenses. I'm also going to go ahead and finalize my amounts in my Excel spreadsheet. So for instance, the rent's always the same, utilities are always the same, rent is always the same. So household expenses is what changes. So in this case, it was $56.31. For gas, it was a total of $94.84. Insurance is the same. Groceries are the ones that also vary. So that was $156. Restaurants also varies. And miscellaneous also varies at $26.56. And Netflix is always the same. So then my loan will be $1181.60. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you the spreadsheet so that you guys can get an idea. Because I like to see both. I basically started budgeting with the spreadsheet, so for some reason, I don't know, I like to see all the numbers together. Alright, so I already received this part of the check. I do have to add the other category for my city rewards, so I'm going to go ahead and insert another tab, even though it's going to, I'm going to go ahead and delete this part. Alright, so this is going to be city rewards, and I have to check the amount because I forgot what it was. So for city rewards, that was $27.65. So these should all match. 3187.13. Right, that looks about right. So the rent is the same, utility is the same. So for gas, the actual total was $94.84. Car insurance is the same. Cell phone was already paid at $30. Groceries, it was a total of $156. For household, the total was $56.31. Netflix is the same. For restaurants, it was $136.83. Miscellaneous, that was $26.56. And then for savings, it was 250, 250. I made, and then I sent an extra $50. That was 400. So this one is actually, I'm gonna change it since I'm gonna add the other portion of the payment. 781. Is that what it is? 600. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the calculations because for some reason I am not getting this one right. 1181.60 minus the 400. So this equals this plus this. Alright, there we go. So it's actually 781.60. I was like, no wonder it wasn't making sense because I did not populate the amount. So for gas, 94.84. So I just need to reconcile the amounts, as you can see here, so that the budgeted amount actually matches the actual amount. And that's basically the categories that vary. And that looks about right. Alright, so that's it, guys. So that's the end of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, but then I'm going to go ahead and start working on my May budget in my next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.